Welcome to another video, guys, and in this video we're going to talk about how you can finish your program, your master's program, within 1.5 years. Alright, so even if you're pursuing a 2-year master's program, you can finish it within 1.5 years. Now, this technique can also be applied to your bachelor's or your PhD. So if you're doing a bachelor's, which is like 4 years long, you can still, follow this plan and kind of finish it within 3.5 years, okay? Alright, so I'm going to explain exactly what's going on over here, okay? So in my previous video, I talked about how in the US or Canada itself, or even in Europe, a lot of times what you'll see is that in order to get a degree, what you have to do is you have to finish a predefined number of credits or units, okay? So it's the same thing, credits or units, okay? So in order to be able to get, let's say, a computer science degree, you have to finish 28 credits or 32 credits depending on the school. Over here you can see that it says 28 credits. This is for USC, the general computer science program, but if you're in you could say I don't know, in the data science specialization or the game development specialization, then you have to do like 32 credits, okay? So let's just go on with the maximum number we can find. Let's say that you have to do 32 credits, okay? So let's say how you can take the credits, okay? So usually what happens is if you have to go with 32 credits, what you do is you take 8 credits per semester, okay? This is for a master's degree, so you have 4 semesters. So if you take 8 credits per semester, you will be doing 32 credits in 4 semesters. That's 2 years, right? So in 2 years, you will finish all of your credits, 32 credits, you will get your degree. Now you can go ahead, work in the industry, take up a job. But if you want to be someone who is finishing up their program and getting their degree, let's say finishing up all of their credits within 1.5 years, within 3 semesters, what you can do is you can also take up, let's say 8 credits in the first semester, then you take 12 credits in the next semester, and again in the third semester you take 12 credits. That's what, like 24 plus 8, that's 32 credits, right? A total of 32 credits. So you're taking 32 credits, the same exact amount of credits that you need to do to get the degree in 3 semesters, basically. All right, now a lot of schools might not allow this. Like there might be a policy where you have to finish at least 4 credits per semester, so you might want to check with that. Also, there might be a policy about the maximum number of credits you can take, so that you cannot really finish a 2-year program in 1 year. So like you cannot do like, you'll take 16 credits each in your first and second semester. You cannot do that. So all of those things do come into the picture. Like you have a upper limit, you have a lower limit. So check with your university if they allow that. But really, this is how people finish their programs within 1.5 years, like 2-year programs within 1.5 years, or 4-year programs within 3 or 3.5 years. So all of those things matter over here, okay? Now finally, what happens when you finish up with your credits? Let's say you finished up with your credits within 3 semesters, okay, or within the less amount of time than the actual amount of time, right? So in that case, what you can do is you have a lot of valuable time on your hands. Of course, you wouldn't just go back home. What you would do is you would be able to apply for a lot of internships. You will be able to do a lot of things like that, okay? You will also be able to work on a lot of projects. So see, a semester is a huge amount of time. Like that's a lot of time you have on your hands that you can use in networking with companies, that you can use in fetching yourself a good job, okay? You can really use that time to kind of research on the companies, make connections with the HR, and kind of get more interviews. Or you can kind of reach out to your alumni and talk to them about how you would like to get an interview at the company that they're working in. So again, you need a lot of time for that. And if you're able to finish your program, or maybe even just leave 4 credits in the last semester. 4 credits is just 1 course. So if you're just doing 1 course in the last semester, of course you can imagine that the workload on you is going to be very less as compared to someone else who is just doing 8 credits every semester. So in the last semester, again, they're also doing 8 credits. So 2 courses, that's still going to be a lot of workload, right? So yeah, there are pros and cons to this thing. Again, everything has its pros and cons. So if you're doing 12 credits in 1 semester, it's going to be like a lot of workload. So you might think that in your country you used to take up 5 to 6 courses every semester and you were able to manage. But over here it's different when you're talking about the US, okay? So you will have assignments, like really hectic assignments that you might not be able to finish up. That's why I usually suggest for the first semester just go with the usual flow. So if everyone's taking up 8 credits, don't overthink it. Take 8 credits, okay? But even if you want to kind of, expand later on, and even if you want to kind of finish up your program early later on, what you can do in the second or third semester when you're really used to the program and the amount of work that it give you, that's when you kind of, be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, finish up with my course right now, and I'm gonna complete the program by taking up 12 credits each in second and third semesters, right? So make sure that you are able to cope up with the program. You're familiar with the amount of workload that you will have, because trust me, it's a lot. And it's not like India or a lot of other countries where you don't really have to submit very hectic assignments. All you can do is just copy, and you can do plagiarism and everything. That's not something that's approved in the US. That's not something that your teachers will let you do over there. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, if you're going for something like this, if you're willing to do the hard work, definitely 8, 12, 12, that's a good ratio. Again, try doing that for your own program, and you will find that you can finish your program within a less amount of time, and the amount of time that's left you can use that with employers, with other people, connecting with businesses, startups that will really help you during your time when you have to find that job. Within the last, basically you have 3 months to find a job, right? So if you don't find it, you have to go back to your home country. So if you find that job, of course you can stay, you can use your OPT and everything. So that's where all of this comes in handy. All right, so I hope this video helped you out, and I hope you can kind of get better picture about your programs and understand exactly how things work in the US. And yeah, that was the whole point of making this video. If you want to connect with me, you can again go through wyangrad.com, or you can kind of just connect with me on my Instagram page. I'd be happy to help you. Okay, and thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I will see you in the next one.